we are going to talk about, we talked about anger Monday. I was feeling pretty frustrated this morning, actually. I was sitting in my car and my car didn't want to play the music through my phone. It was doing phone calls. The screen was lighting up. It's only a year old, so this is not an old car. And for whatever reason, it wasn't wanting to play my music. And y'all, I needed my music. Okay. Like I need my music to come here. So I turned the car off. I restarted my phone. I took off the app. I re-downloaded the app. I went to Walmart today and bought a new cable for my phone because I thought maybe it was an issue with the cable. Paid $11 for the cable. Guess what? It wasn't the cable. And so I'm sitting there and my temper is just rising and rising. I can feel myself getting more and more worked up. Like, because I'm like, I have to be able to listen to my music. I just bought this car for a lot of money. It's not that expensive of a car, but it's still a lot of money. And it's not even a year old. So like, why is it not working? And I'm getting more and more and more mad. And I pull out the manual and I'm looking at stuff and it says if you to troubleshoot, you should just turn off the screen and turn it back on. So I turned off my car several times. I had turned off my phone several times, but I hadn't actually, while the car was on, turned off the screen and turned it back on. That fixed the problem. But I was still so frustrated, but I felt better afterwards. I felt really relieved, but like I got angry. And I wasn't angry at any person, but I was mad at the situation, right? Yes.
What car was it?
It's a Honda CRV. It's the one out there, which I like it. I enjoy my car. It works well, but I got really frustrated at that. And I actually thought about like, I'm going to teach a lesson later today about anger. And I'm literally over here getting really mad. But guess what? Anger is not wrong. You're going to feel mad about stuff, right? So first we're going to do is I'm going to show you some breath exercises, 1, 2, that you can do when you're angry. So this one, I don't know if we've done yet. This is the stair step breath. So why do I do so many breath exercises with you? Like we're going to do the pretzel breath in a minute. We've done the finger flick breath. We've done the 2 big inhales, 1 exhale. Like why do I do all these different ones? It's just breathing. Why would I show you a lot? Anybody know? It's okay if you don't know. Yeah.
Because sometimes like if you like the pencil breath because you like physical movement.
Yep.
Others don't like physical movement, so like the flipping or
100% you're on the right track. Yes. Like it's all about what you like and what works for you. So if you love the pretzel breath, then that's going to be one that you come back to when you're feeling upset or when you're feeling stressed or when you're feeling sad. If you're like, I don't like moving my arms like that, it hurts my arm. I want to do it's what works for you. It's like a buffet. You get to pick from the mindfulness buffet whatever you want as often as you want it. Endless, endless, mindful, bottomless buffet. That's what it is. And if you look at something, you're like, that's not for me at a buffet, then you don't have to get it, right? You can pick other things. Same thing with mindfulness. You might go, ooh, I like this. I'm going to pick that from the buffet and use that the next time I get upset, right? So quick comment, yes or no? Yes? Okay, go for it.
It's like another reason. I took like a more like artistic approach to the question.
Okay.
So your question was, if I'm not mistaken, why do we do so many breaths?
Why do we do so many breaths? Sure, yeah.
Sorry, somebody was calling me real quick. I gotta call them back.
All right, we'll come back to you. Yes.
All right.
All good. So I'm gonna show you a new one. Just we're adding to the buffet, right? Here's how this one goes. You're gonna inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Exhale. Right? Notice there's no exhale until you get here. This is a lot like the Miracle-Gro breath, but without the movement. This one is just picturing stair steps, right? And then you exhale all the way out. Ready? So if you're a visual person, you like pictures, you like graphs, you like to see stuff in your head, you may enjoy this because you might be able to picture the stair steps in your mind and then be able to follow that as a breath exercise. So let's let all the air out. Make sure you've got space in your lungs to expand. So if you're sitting kind of, go ahead and straighten it up. Strong back, soft front. Back you up a little bit. All right. I'll point to where we are. Ready? Here we go. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. And exhale. Pause for a second. Go ahead and finish your comment. And then we'll come back
Yeah,
to this. So
because
stay ready.
it will make you imagine things such as like the names, like the pretzel breath,
Yes.
or imagining things such as the finger flicking your problem.
Okay, so the names matter. And so, it gives you like an image to associate with
Yes,
it, right?
and especially the like 2 big inhales, 1 like long exhale, because you can feel your heartbeat starting to go through, and your mind really courses through happy things
Oh, yeah.
during that moment.
Yep, awesome. All right, stay with me. Come back up to that nice position. We'll do 2 more of these, and then we'll move on. All right, here we go. Let the air out. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. And then exhale. And make sure you're taking nice, long, slow exhale, okay? Last one of these. Here we go. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Inhale, hold. Exhale. Beautiful. The stair step breath. Stair step breath. Beautiful. Next one we're going to do is the pretzel breath. I actually have that written down. I got a really fun one to show y'all in a second, but we got to get there. This is the pretzel breath. Cross your arms at your elbows, flip the palms towards each other, interlace your fingers, and bring the interlaced fingers on up. Again, if this hurts, we never want to do something that hurts our body, right? So then you can just have your hands like this and come in and out like you're playing a trombone, or you can do the pretzel, right? All right, here we go. We're going to inhale and bring it in, making that pretzel shape. When you exhale, you're going to unfold. Let's do 3 of these. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold it. And exhale. I'm just keeping you all on your toes. I love that. Beautiful. And undo your fingers. Perfect. I'm going to hop straight into the thing. So we talked about anger. Anger's not wrong. It's okay to be mad. It's not okay to be bad, though, right? You're going to feel anger, and you have to do something with your anger. You have to. You cannot let it just sit inside you, because then it builds and builds and builds and builds, and it's like shaking up a Coke can, and eventually it explodes, right? Can't do that. Not good. Some of you guys are saying, I've done this my whole life. I've kept it inside. How's that working out for you? Probably not great, right?
Yeah.
So we have to find a way to release healthily, okay? Like I said, the other day, I literally went outside with the stick in my yard, and I slammed a stick against a tree because I needed to. That's how I moved my anger out of my body. Does that make me crazy? No. In fact, it makes me better regulated, nervous system wise. We'll come back to your comments in a second. So, anger. Remember, there's little mad and big mad. When I was angry at my car this morning, that was little mad. Okay, so I was frustrated, but I wasn't like raging at my technology. It is related to fight, flight, freeze. It's really being angry. Being angry was something that our ancestors, with our old caveman brains, we still have the same brain they had. It kept us in survival. It kept us alive because we were able to go and protect and defend the things we care about or the people we love. So anger was something that helped our ancestors to survive. Anger, you have to stop and then move forward. You cannot. Hello. You cannot keep the anger inside. But some people choose to use their anger inappropriately. And they, damage things, or they shout, or they swear, or they say things that they regret later. Or they get revenge, or they do passive aggressive stuff. You're going to get to passive aggressive with Sharon later, but it's basically like sneakily getting back at someone, So you have to do something with your anger. So I'm going to tell you today things you can do with your anger that are appropriate, because you have to release it somehow. So the best thing to do with your anger is honestly just to talk about it and to healthily confront the person you're having an issue with. Today, I didn't have an issue with a person. I had an issue with my car. So what did I do? I called my husband and I said, I am so mad about this. Here are 3 things that people can respond with, and you can think about how to be a good friend with this. And you'll probably know which one you need. When you get upset or when you get angry, there are 3 possible responses your friend could give you. Number 1 is to sit with you in it and validate you and say, I get that. That sounds horrible. That is so frustrating. I'm so sorry that's happening to you. You don't deserve to be treated that way. Or I know you care about that car, and that's awful. So validation is the number 1 response. And I will tell you 9 times out of 10, for me, what I need to hear is that right there. I call my husband, Steven, I'm so mad. This makes me so upset. What I need to hear from him most of the time is, that must be so frustrating. I'm so sorry. That sounds like it would be really bad. I hate that that's happening. That's what I want. Someone to just validate you and say, yes, I agree. That sounds bad. Second response, sand kicking is what I like to call it. Kick and sand is where you need somebody to get mad with you. This is what my best friend is really good at. So when I have something going on, I call my friend Stephanie, I say, Stephanie, you will not believe this person said blah, blah, blah. And Stephanie goes, oh my gosh, I cannot believe they said that. Are you serious? Girl, let me at them. I can't believe that. No, ma'am. They should never. Are you? No. She gets more and more mad. And then it's like, good. I need someone to be mad with me. Right. Third thing is someone to provide solutions. So sometimes I need to, and various people do this, but like, sometimes I'm so mad, I'm so frustrated. And the person goes, you know what I would do? Write them a letter. Or have you tried this? Or did you think about maybe or maybe you could do this instead? Like giving me solutions. Most of the time I don't want solutions, but that is an option. Most of the time I need somebody to get mad with me or to say, gosh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry that's happening. I would be mad about that too. And I got my 2 people that I call, or whichever one I need. So what can you do if you don't have people to call or you can't confront the person? Here's what you can do. Number 1, if you're actually really, really mad in the moment, you should do math. I'm not even playing. The thing you need to do in your brain is math. So if you're like about to lose it and you've got to keep yourself under control, you cannot do math and be mad at the same time. It's 2 different parts of the brain. So if you go, oh, it's also good if you're trying not to cry. You're like, I'm not in a good place or a safe place where I can cry right now. Do math. So like, I'm gonna do my 9s, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, or whatever. Do your 13s. Do a hard one. Don't do like 5, 10, 15, 20. Nope. You have that memorized. Do a hard one. Start subtracting back. Start counting back. Do some numbers because that lives in your prefrontal cortex, not in your amygdala, right? So do math when you get mad and it will keep you from losing your cool. Or if you're trying not to cry, do math. Whatever math is hard for you, do that. Everybody knows your factorials. I'm not teaching factorials today, but if you know factorials, do that. 1 + 2 + 3 + 4, 1 × 2 × 3 × 4, etc. Do whatever it takes. Whatever math you need to do math. It will help calm you down. We're not doing that to get rid of anger. We're doing that to keep ourselves from making a bad decision while we're angry, right? Number 2, hold ice in your hand. The same night that I had to go out and hit a stick against the tree was the same night I went inside and held ice in my hand. Don't hurt yourself, but it helps to ground you. It helps to bring you back down to a state of more calm because you start to do mindfulness without meaning to. Your sensory overload about the ice. You're like, whoa, that's cold. That actually feels kind of bad. Ooh, it's melting. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. You're being mindful without realizing it because you're back in the present moment. You're not up here losing your cool. You're down here with the ice in your hand. Okay. That's one thing you can do. Next, tear paper, rip paper into shreds, rip cloth. If you have an old t-shirt that you don't mind getting, torn up, tear cloth. You know what I'm saying? Tear a bed sheet. Here's the other thing you need to know. Do not destroy something unless it is, number 1, it is yours to destroy and you can replace it. Does that make sense? You don't go, I'm so mad, I'm going to go tear up my mom's bed sheets. Not yours. Or I'm going to go tear up my siblings, whatever. Or I'm going to go kick my grandpa's old can of whatever. No, it's not yours. Only destroy something that is yours and that you can replace. So even if this is my phone and I can do whatever I want with my phone because it's my phone, can you replace it if you need to? You got a cool $1,000 you can throw at it? Probably not. So if you can replace it and it is yours, feel free to destroy. Make sense? So, but you can destroy something if it's yours and you can replace it. Next, kicking cardboard boxes. Anybody got Amazon delivery come to their house sometimes? Yeah. Save a box to the side. When you get mad, kick the box. It gives you some good, resistance to it. I've also seen people, I'm not telling you to do this necessarily, but I've seen people take a baseball bat with apples and just yeet into the woods. And it's good because you get that little bit of resistance too. You need to move it through your body physically. Some people go out for a run or do exercise, lift weights. That's fine. Yoga even, if you're I'm not into that, but I think you need more. And some yoga can be very intense, but I haven't taught y'all any of that. It's kind of dangerous to practice if you're not used to it. So just doing exercise, going for a run, just building up a sweat. You know what I'm saying? Writing a letter to the person that you're mad at, letting them have it. I won't judge you for what language you use, and then burn it or tear it up. You know what I'm saying? Don't give it to them, not unless you're actually ready to confront them. If you want to confront them, then I would actually confront them and like in an appropriate, healthy way.
Charlie.
Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
Next, you can do this at school. So what if you're really mad and you can't really go out and, you know, kick cardboard boxes? You're at school. Here's one thing you can do. On your desk chair, you're sitting on your chair, press down and lift yourself up like 1/2 inch. It will move the tension out of your emotional self and into your physical self to be in your arms. So if you press and you lift in the chair, you actually get an ab workout and you'll get your arm workout. So it's a little more subtle. If you're like, I really am just so mad right now, I've got to move this out of my body. Like a seated chair lift. Okay. Last one I want to say. Oh, no, that's it. But I've got one more thing we need to do. So I need everybody to really quickly stand up. And then if I have time for comments, I will take them. I need to back this up a little bit. So stand up, get some space. Okay. Get some space. Take your feet wider than your hips. Okay. So don't have your feet standing like this, wider than your hips. This is called the wood chopper. I love this one. And then we're going to get a little loud. So I need you to know that. Okay. So if you're sensitive to noises, just be aware that it's about to get a little loud. This is a good one to do. It is sort of a yoga move. Okay. Because you can do physical stuff with yoga. What you're going to do is you're going to imagine that like you've got like maybe a big, you know, trunk of a tree in front of you and maybe think like lumberjack. Okay. Take your hands, put them behind your head. Imagine you're holding like a hatchet or an axe or something. And what we're going to do in a moment, but not yet, is you're going to, with a little bend in your knees, right? You're going to go, huh, and you're just going to breathe in. And then as your exhale is going to be, huh, swift, fast move, huh, really bring it from the bottom. If you sit there right now and you go, you will not feel better. In fact, you should feel worse because that's embarrassing. You need to give it some okay? Ready? Bring it behind your head, a little bend to the knee, micro bend. Feet are a little bit far apart. You're bringing your attention this way. Nice deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. We can do better. We can do better. Let me see it again.
I'm gonna do it so loud.
1, 2, 3. And it makes you laugh. It's fun, but it's like it's a release. Let's practice one more. This time, maybe imagine that like you're in your room, you're not in a place where you can shout. Maybe you think you're gonna get in trouble. Inhale. You're just gonna go and let the air out this time. Okay. So not any vocalization. That's something you can do without getting yourself in trouble if you're in a place where maybe noise is not safe. I'm gonna wait till my friends are ready. Because yes, this is fun, but it's not meant to, I'm not showing you something to be silly. I'm showing you something that could actually help you if you are someone who's more physical and needs to move anger out of your body this way. This is another of the buffet, an option for you. I've still got friends who are being silly. I'm sorry. If you can't handle it, please excuse yourself. Are you okay? Bring up above your head. Inhale. Micro bend. 1, 2, 3. No vocalization. Okay. Try one more time. No vocalization. We're just breathing out. Just a forceful exhale. We ready? When we're ready, we're going to keep our hands up here until we're ready. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Now, I will go ahead and stop my recording, but I'm happy to take some comments at this time. Go ahead and have a seat. I'm going to take some comments at this time. Thank you for watching.